Okay, so welcome back to our channel. Finally here with our Walker Stalker 2018 experience, Walker Stalker London 2018 experience.
Yes.
Oh man, it was the best weekend. Right, so first of all, the Friday before, I didn't want to go. I was like, David, don't wake me up, I'm not going. Because Andy Lincoln cancelled and I was looking forward to that the most. It's pretty much the reason why I was going there mainly. And people say don't go for one actor, but we tried to get him for 3 years in a row. We finally got him and he cancelled like 12 hours before. Yeah. Well, he didn't cancel 12 hours before, just Walker Stalker decided to announce that he cancelled 12 hours before instead of announcing it like 2 days before when they actually knew. So I didn't want to go. I was being an absolute dick to everyone. I was like, fuck this, don't wake me up tomorrow, I'm not going. And then they woke me up and they managed to convince me to go. And I was in a bad mood until I got to the venue, to be honest with you.
Like I said you would. I did tell him once he gets there, you will love it. It's just different. No matter what mood you're in, if you're going to Walker Stalker, no matter what mood you're in, as soon as you get in that place, it changes. It does. You go in that place, it's like magic. It just, you're happy. No matter how much money you've spent, that all goes out the window. It's like you're in just this bubble. Yeah.
So on Friday we went to Will Call and was in line and a subscriber come up, like was in the line next to us, right next to us, and asked for a picture. I didn't get her name. I saw her twice throughout the weekend and I didn't get her name. I was like, Dave, if we bump into her next time, remind me, because I've got everyone else's name that we met, but I didn't get hers. So if you're watching this, you know who you are, but I just don't get your name. Just leave it in the comments. Just leave it in the comments so I can thank you properly. But she asked us for a picture. And me and Dave were just like, I was like, what the fuck? I just didn't expect it at all.
You was kind of like last year. You was like, I remember Morgan said to her, what, do you want a picture? What, a picture of him?
Yeah, I thought she wanted a picture of Dave because like, he was in, I thought maybe because he looks like Jesus, does she want a picture? I don't know.
It's not that. I was like, well, come on. She's a subscriber. So it's, but it's weird. You don't have to take it when people do that.
Yeah, especially that, because that was our first time. Obviously, we didn't expect it. We have 3,000 subscribers. We didn't expect anything. Like, we had like 10 people come up to us, probably more. So we'll go into that a bit later, obviously, but we didn't expect it at all. Especially in line, I was just like, what?
Yeah, and there was when we went up to get our pass, there was another girl there that said, do you do reaction videos? I love your videos. So if you're watching this as well, then thank you.
Yeah, well, another person, I didn't get the name, but that seemed like in a rush, so I don't think I could. But to those 2 people, thank you. You know who you are. So that got me really excited because I was thinking, how the hell have 2 people noticed us already? We literally have hardly any subscribers. The fact that 2 people noticed us, I was thinking, if there's going to be any more this weekend, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really, really good. Because it's like bringing your channel to life, do you know what I mean? It's like that on top of meeting your favourite cast members and actors ever. The 2 things combined, it was obviously going to be the best weekend for us. So yeah, the Friday night came, all that hype was gone because of Andy Lincoln, woke up the next day, and the Saturday when I actually got in the convention is when it hit me. This took the piss though. The queues there, oh my fucking god. We were standing there, I was thinking, please don't tell me we have to queue up there. Like, honestly, please don't tell me. The queue was literally going from the end of the road, all the way down past the parking lot, to like the back of houses and all the way back round to the venue. And our nephew, Reese, had to queue up there. And I was thinking, we're fucked. Because there is no way he's going to get in. There is no way he's going to get in. And that ended up happening. We were standing on like the balcony of Walker Stalker for like 4 hours waiting for him.
Yeah, if you saw us on the upper floor, just standing there over the balcony for like 4 hours, then that's why. We're waiting for our nephew to come through, and
we didn't want to get selfies about him.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's all of us. So.
Yeah, and he was paying for most of it as well this year. So a lot of people walked off and cancelled. I mean, if that happened to you, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That
I don't blame you lot, to be honest, if you did do that, because the queues there were, oh my god. He took a picture outside and it was literally like, it was like when I went to the Metallica concert. It was like you were in a pit of a fucking concert. That's what it was like. It was just heads everywhere. There was no queue at all.
And apparently the staff, the staff even said they didn't give us enough people to control this.
Exactly.
They sold way more tickets.
There was basically a massive miscommunication. So the fact that people just paid money for it and went home, I don't blame them. I would have done the same.
I mean, we lost half a day because of it. But, you know, we still had an amazing weekend. I mean, that's the only down of it. The fact that our nephew had to line up and he got in at 1:30. So we only had... Luckily, it finished at 7. But, we lost half the day, sadly.
I didn't take anything away from it at all. The next day, we were just like, fuck it. He's coming in with us no matter what. But on the Saturday, who did we meet on the Saturday? I think we met...
First person we went to on the Saturday was Tom Payne. We went to him. I think
I'll put the selfies here, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. No matter what Walker Stalker I go to, I think I'll always go to meet Tom Payne because just been a fan of him for so long. I mean, the guy is just so nice to meet. In 2017, he was, I think, ill over the weekend.
Yeah, he was.
So like that must have been horrible, being ill and having to greet fans and stuff. Like, but he powered through that last year. But this year, wow, he was real energised and so happy to meet everyone.
But yeah, this first selfie, the rest of the selfies I don't mind, but in this, it looks like someone's grabbed me by the collar and like just fucking pulled my hoodie down, like I've just got into like a bare knuckle fight. And yeah, apart from that, I don't really mind it, but I don't know who that was dragging me down. It might have been my dickhead nephew, I'm not sure. But
when we went up to him, I remember just when I was in line, I was like, oh my god, I'm meeting Tom again. See, the thing is, when you're in the place, you kind of don't take it in really. They're just there.
Yeah,
that's Tom.
It's when you're in line.
But it's when it's when you go home and process it. That's when you're like, oh my god, I just met him today. I met him today. It kind of feels normal when you meet them though. It's weird. I can't explain it. If you've been to WSC, or if you're going to one, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So the first thing I said when I went to Tom Payne was, I tried to get my hair as good as yours, but it just didn't work. And he was like, oh, I like it. Just keep it growing and stuff. And he was like smiling, and it was like, wow, this is Tom Payne here. This is Jesus. This is also an actor I've been following for quite a while. So it's like, still blows me away, even after last year meeting him. It was just so good. And I think he wanted to start a conversation after, because he was like, so how are you guys? And he kind of leant on the table like he's to have a conversation with us. Stupidly, I lost my words. I was just like, yeah, we want to selfie.
I didn't even know that. I was at the back.
And to like, it's only afterwards that you notice that, and you look back at it and you're like, why didn't I just zip it a bit and just let him ask us, are you, like, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, have a convo, innit?
Yeah, I didn't get to do that.
I didn't even know that because I was at the back. If I would have known that, I would have probably jumped forward and tried to start a convo.
Should have smacked me, mate.
Forgot to mention as well, we didn't have any photo ops this year, so it was all selfies because, like I said, we were saving for Andy, and he cancelled, so we had no photo ops. It was all selfies. The next person we met was our own Singleton.
Yep.
This guy is so energetic. Like, he takes his time with each fan, but he's so energetic when doing it as well. It's not just like a conversation. He's probably shouting around and like shouting to everyone around, like around his table as well.
He's a showman.
Guy's a legend. We had a conversation with his manager, I think it was. It must have been his manager. It's always their manager, so I'm assuming it was his manager. She was talking to me and David. She was like to David, your cosplay is really, really good. Like, you've actually absolutely smashed it. And then she looked at me and she was like, who are you going as? And I was like, I'm going as no one. And she's like, really? I can see a Daryl vibe with that jacket. And I was just thinking,
the ripped sleeves, yeah, you kind of know where it's going there. Daryl doesn't like sleeves, does he? It was kind of like, you see a rip there, it's like, you can play Daryl. Yeah, so she said that cosplay as Daryl. I was thinking, absolutely no way. And then we met Aaron himself. He was like, he complimented David's cosplay. He was like, you are rocking everything. I can't remember exactly what he said to you. Well, he was just so energetic. He was like, yeah, you got the slick hair, the outfit. He was just, it was like making you laugh. He really is a nice guy, like, so nice. It's unbelievable. He's one person that I wanted to meet just because it's one of the originals from the, like, season 1. Mm-hmm. I just thought, you know what? This year I want to meet as much people kind of that we didn't meet last year. You know what I mean? Like, I want to meet as much of the cast. We didn't get to meet Ross and all that. So meeting him was just so good. In a way, I kind of forget what he said. I know he complimented us with all that, and then he was talking to us for a while, asking us if we had a good time. He
complimented David, basically, and then he said to me and my nephew, you guys look like the saviours, because we're wearing leather jackets, and like ripped denim and stuff like that. So he was like, you going as the saviours? So I was thinking, right, so that's Daryl, that's the saviours. I wonder what else I want to get this weekend. The saviours I'll take as a compliment.
Also, when leaving this table, he gave us all a hug.
He kept hugging us, actually.
He bear hugs you, man.
He like, fucking squeezes you, man. Yeah, like, honestly.
Like, the guy gives you, like, he loves all of the people that come up to his table, like, seriously.
Honestly, yeah.
By far, he gives the best hugs out of the whole cast.
Yeah, he's a legend. So after we met Iro, we met Stephen Ogg. Oh my god, this guy is a fucking legend. I love this guy so much. He was, he's so down to earth, and he's so, like, real. If he sees the opportunity to take the piss out of you, he will do it. I know a few people he's done it to. This what's it called? Not in a dickhead way, it's just his sense of humour, you know what I mean? He's a bit like...
He's funny.
He's just like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I suppose we won't take the piss, but he's just like...
They know what I mean by that.
Yeah, he's just so jokey and, like, he's there to make you laugh. He's also so chill as well. He's just, like, chilled around and also, once again, takes his time with people. I love it when they do that. So we got up to his table, right? And he's there playing Oasis and Arctic Monkeys. Like, he was on his phone switching it. And he put on Arctic Monkeys, and I was like, Arctic Monkeys, you got good taste in music, and it's not what I expected from him at all. Like, you look at him, you think you listen to, like, I don't know, country music or whatever. This dude's listening to Oasis and Arctic Monkeys, and Arctic Monkeys is one of our favourites, David's favourite band, and it's like tied with Metallica for me. So I was thinking, this guy he's got even more better. I'm meeting Trevor Phillips while he's playing my favourite bands. Like, that's something I did not expect. He was playing Snap Out of it, and he was like, yeah, that's what I need to do right now, snap out of it, because I think he was tired, he was just drinking water. But he was like, yeah, I need to snap out of it. Then he had a conversation with our nephew's girlfriend, Yeah.
Where he's like, she was showing him her piercings. Like she has a, I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, it's piercing above here.
It's like piercing.
And he's like, that's really weird. And
yeah, he's like, didn't that hurt like fuck? And he started like doing all that. Like basically just trying to
get a feel of how it must feel to have that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was weird too. It's a strange thing. But yeah, that's just how he is.
And the pictures he took were fucking hilarious. Especially with that smile behind at the end, like in the bottom one. Oh my god, I almost burst out laughing at that.
I want to meet him.
I just didn't expect it. Definitely.
Last year was one of the most people I was most gutted about not meeting with
Stephen Ogg, Lenny James and like Kerry and stuff, and we made sure we met them this year.
Hell yeah.
So after we met him, we had to sort of space out because this weekend we were limited on money as well. So it didn't help that we didn't have photo ops, but we were also limited on money for selfies and stuff. So it was like you had to kind of drag it out because if you meet everyone at once, then the Sunday you're going to be doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're going to be meeting no one. So we had to sort of drag it out. I think the last person we met on the Saturday was Ron Perlman. It was during the end of the con. We wasn't going to meet him at first, but we saw his line was empty. Like his line was literally empty and we thought, fuck it, let's just go up. Because this guy's a legend. Like Ron Perlman was probably, in terms of the actors, he's probably the most well-known there. Like he's been in so much.
So many movies.
He's more of a well-known actor than Jeffrey and Norman, I'd say. He's been in so much. So I thought, we can't pass this opportunity up. Let's go and meet him.
For some reason, in this picture, I was just shaken. I don't know, it just...
It's like it hit you when it was there, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, even now, I can't even really talk about it, because it's like, wow. Just seeing him then, shaking his hand, I shook his hand twice, because he's a legend.
He has massive hands, by the way. His hands are fucking huge.
Yeah, he's such a chill guy.
He's really chilled.
It was just meeting him. And the volunteer, when we were leaving his line, the volunteer had said something, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, she was starstruck. She was like,
no, she weren't. I was. And I was like, huh? And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm just a bit starstruck right now. Like, I can't even talk. And
and then she said she's starstruck when she first got here because she was volunteering for him.
She was like, you should have seen me this morning. So I was like, I'm not surprised. I really answered, I'm not surprised.
But he's so chill. He's a super nice guy. People say that he's miserable, but he's not. Because if you know like what he's like, he's just a chill guy. That's just who he is. You know what I mean? He's not like all energetic like Aaron, for example. He's just really chill.
Everyone's
and people,
different.
I guess people would mistake that for being miserable, but I didn't get that vibe at all.
So you see on that day we met 2 Walking Dead members, obviously Tom and Aaron, and then we met Ron Perlman. So you would say like we didn't meet any of the big ones, but to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, last year I spent so much money, but this year I kind of had the most fun. Because it wasn't just that as well, it was meeting like other people, meeting friends there and stuff, which we'll go into after. And on that Saturday night, we were just hanging out with Kate and stuff, and what we did was we went to the Tesco that was nearby, and my nephew and his girlfriend got a load of chocolates and stuff, and...
You have a video, don't you?
Yeah.
Put that video here I suppose.
Say hello, Morg.
What about jeans?
Say hello.
Yeah, no, but my back hurts.
So do mine.
The best thing about the Saturday going home is knowing you have the next day. Like, there's no better feeling than that, because you kind of don't want to go home on a Saturday, it's kind of still depressing. The train lines were messed up. Only worked from 9 AM to 9 PM.
Oh my god, that train back was it was literally packed. Like, you couldn't move. And yet, you couldn't move, and you had people still trying to come in the carriage, like, mate, fuck off, you know, it's full here, it's literally full.
Yeah,
people are pushing the doors, go away.
I mean, our nephew had a Lucille bat in his hand.
Loads of bags.
Merchandise, so it's like, we didn't get any merchandise, but I mean, no, they did. It was just one of those things. I hate packed trains.
This video that you're about to see now is I didn't realise how, like, kind of funny it was, because the first day, like, bear in mind, I didn't want to go, I was pissed. I was like, I'm not going Walker-Stalker, fuck this. And then the next day, when you see in this video, I'm the most eager to get there.
Yeah, he was off. Walker-Stalker Sunday. And that little cunt walked off. So as you saw there, he walked off. So far down, you can't even see him. He's so far away. Yeah, he got a bit carried away there. The second day, obviously, I wasn't cosplaying as anything. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a break.
Yeah, and when we got there, we saw the lines again and was like, this is not happening again. I was like, Reece, you fuck it, you're coming in with us. I'll tell the guards we have a photo up. I'll just like, I don't care. You're coming in with us, because we're not waiting that again. And he got in. They didn't even check his pass.
The funny thing is, we were going past in the queue, and they were saying, where's your wristband, where's your wristband? I was like, oh my god, don't pull him up, because if they pull him up,
He got past the first part, where's your wristband? He got past that, and then the guy, when was like the bag checking area, he was like, where's your wristband? He didn't have a wristband, and he's like, you got a pass. Reece showed him his pass, and then he got let through, and I'm thinking, what was the point of wristbands to begin with? Like, what's the point of the bag check? This is what I'm saying to you.
It's funny.
Everyone says it's good for safety precaution and stuff like that, but they don't even check the bags. They honestly don't check when I say that they literally got our bag, they opened it, looked in, and then closed it. Like, it was so bad.
That's not even how it went for me, man. How it went for me was, I had the bag, and the guy was like, he let the other guy through. I think they checked backpacks, but I mean, I had a bag, and keep in mind, I could have anything in that bag, and that's the whole point of the check.
Grenade,
that's the whole point of the check, right? I went up to him, and I was like, I should have food here. I literally opened the bag from far away. He didn't even look at it. He looked at me and was like, gone. And I was just like, all this fuss, people are panicking, and it's like, we said it in our WSC video, didn't we? Way back.
And there were people there with backpacks, and I was thinking, oh my god, if we could have bought a backpack, it would have made things so much easier.
Yeah, and I'm telling you now, we said it in our WSC video before, if you was panicking about it, don't worry, because honestly, you're most likely panicking for nothing.
Exactly. And I guarantee you most people got through.
Yeah, and I think the worst thing about it was, some people did get turned away. So it's like, some security guards were strict about it and some weren't. I don't know.
I don't know if anyone was turned away. If you know anyone was turned away, leave it in the comments.
I heard
I'm not
from
sure.
another YouTuber, I forgot the name of it, I watched the video now, but someone got turned away after waiting in line for so long. They got turned back. Yeah, so
basically, I think every year what we need to come to a conclusion of is that there needs to be more communication with the actual staff and security, because it's like they have no fucking clue what they're doing. It's like they're given a separate job. It's not the security's fault. It's just because they're just doing what they're told, I suppose.
Communicate, man.
But there's no communication. It's like some people are allowed in with like mountain backpacks, and there's other people who aren't allowed in with small. It's like, just come on. Another thing is, when I was walking up to the line, someone in the GA line was shouted to David Jesus, but he wasn't in Jesus cosplay. He must have just noticed him.
Or online,
what's it called? Yeah. So if you're watching that, cheers.
Yeah, it kind of startled me a bit. I hate all eyes on me. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, when you walk up to that line, you got literally the whole of GA's eyes on you. It's like,
yeah, I mean, it's just. I don't hate it, but it's that thing of, I'm a quiet person, so, you know.
So when we got in, Reese was with us this time, so it was like, fuck it, let's just go. Let's go. First person we're meeting, Kerry Payton, let's go. And we was in his line, wasn't in his line for long. It wasn't long at all. I think they didn't allow GAs in at the beginning, but we was lining up, and when we got to him, so the first thing he says to us is, where do I know you guys from? You guys watch the episode, and then other people watch the episode, and I'm standing there thinking, fucking Kerry Payton notices us. Like,
I just laughed.
Come on. He notices us. And I was like, yeah, we do reaction videos on YouTube. But I was trying to keep it together. And when I mentioned the reaction videos, was like, yeah, that's where I noticed you guys from, the Skybound stuff. So the fact that he watches the Skybound reactions is like mental.
Yeah, he watches all of you. If you're watching this new in the Skybound compilation, he's seen your face.
You, yeah.
Shout out to Skybound too. I mean, yeah, some of the cast watch it. It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, the cast members that do notice the reactors, it's most likely because of Skybound. So Skybound is not enough love for them, honestly. They are just incredible. So he notices us, and then I said, you know who else is here as well? The other reactor, Kate. You know, the one who interviewed you. And he goes, yeah, Kate. I love Kate. And then I said, yeah, everyone loves Kate. And I told him that she will come and see him later. And she did. And obviously, go and check her video out because she goes more into that.
Yeah, it was funny because he was like, he said something along the lines of, it's funny because in the video I'm hearing her swear.
Yeah, and
yep. And then when he said when she comes up to him, like last year, she was so quiet.
Yeah.
Which obviously everyone is. I mean, it's so, you're just struck. I think Morgan said that. I think, you know, when you meet the cast, you don't know what to say. So you lose your words.
I did, yeah.
You know? But the fact he says that about fans and like, he once again takes his time and notices you, just makes you feel special as a person who watches him, is very thankful.
Yeah, just knowing that King Ezekiel like knows our face is just.
Yeah. So we got out of his line, and after like catching up with my breath because, you know,
I was so buzzed. I was like, let's just go. Let's just go to the next person. Fuck it. Let's go.
We went to Scott Wilson, who plays Herschel. And wow, this guy's just a legend. His line was, we were lined up for what, 5 minutes?
Not even 5 minutes, it was less than that.
And he was really happy. He was real, like, enthusiastic and up and about and stuff and talking to people, and it's just so nice to see when the actors are like that, because I know they can be overworked. I heard Jeffrey Dean Morgan was
they definitely were overworked this year
and stuff. Yeah, and there was a lot of tickets and stuff, so it's like, it's nice to see that. So
he greeted each of us individually.
Yeah, shout out to his volunteer who took pictures of all of us greeting him and shaking hands and hugging him.
Yeah. That was a good thing, yeah, because most of the time the volunteers, you know, or the actors, they just obviously take the selfie, but the volunteer that we gave the camera to, she took pictures of us actually meeting him, like hugging him and speaking to him for a bit, so that was really cool.
Love that picture, absolutely love it. Love Scott Wilson. Missed out on him last year too, so
that's why we went to go and meet these actors, because these are the ones we missed out on mainly the other year. So it was like, let's make this a priority. Kerry Payton, especially Scott Wilson, stuff like that.
Lenny James would have been a priority, but he got
fuck's sake, Fear the Walking Dead get in the way of that. So after Scott, we met Ross Marquand. It was like near the end, so it was like a long break in between that. It was near the end of the con on the Sunday, and we was in line for ages with him. We was in line for like an hour or so, and it's because his lines are long, but it's mixed with him actually taking 5-minute conversations to talk to people. Like, he fully has like 5-minute conversations with every single person.
5 or more.
He is a legend. Like, he fully loves his fans, and you can see it. Only thing I was complaining about was my back. My back was fucking killing. I was standing for so long, and I was like, oh my God. But it got to the point where it hurt so much to the point where it stopped hurting. So
yeah,
I was
just power through it. I think
but when we was in line, it was so weird because literally right next to us was Alana Masterson. We didn't meet her this year. We probably should have, because we met her every other year. But she was like right next to us, so we were standing directly next to her, obviously just not in her line.
Yeah, so like, you're waiting in line, waiting to meet Ross McCann, and then behind you got Alana, and it's like, this is a bit weird right now. There's no feeling like it. But Ross takes so long with people that he meets, with the guests and the fans, that, you know, some general admissions were standing there for like 3-4 hours. It was crazy, the line for his lines. But it's worth it when you meet him, because he really does take his time with you. And he's really thankful. So
when we got up to him, he hugged all of us, and he asked for our names, and then he started talking to David about his Jesus cosplay.
Well, he said to me, I noticed you from somewhere. And I was like, that kind of took me back. It's like, this is Ross McCann, what the hell? And he's like, you got the Jesus look going. And I was like, yeah, last year I cosplayed Jesus. And he was like, oh, that's probably where I saw you walking around. That was really good. And just knowing that, last year, at some point last year, Ross McCann saw me and thought, that's a good cosplay. Like, that is nuts. That is crazy. Like, I didn't even go near his line. I remember I went to go and meet him, but...
No, we did walk around his line a lot last year. I do remember that.
Obviously you have to walk around his line.
But the fact that he saw you...
The fact that he noticed me and kind of took his time to be like, whoa, that's a cool cosplay. It's like, well, that absolutely blows me away. It's funny what he said to Morgan next.
Yeah, so he turns to me and he goes... the first thing he says is, he's like, hey, what's going on? You kind of look like the W guy. And at first I was like, what? Who's the W guy? And then David was like, you know, Alpha Wolf. And I was like, right, Alpha Wolf. He was
like my good friend Benedict.
And then I was standing there thinking, do you know what? That's not the first time I heard that. Because years before, when I was like 14, there was this picture of me, which I will put here. There's this picture of me where I look like Alpha Wolf. And David and my nephew Reese used to just take the piss and just be like, look, you look identical to him. And it was like an ongoing thing. So when we went to Ross McCann and he said that, he's like, you look a lot like my good friend Benedict. Talking about Benedict Samuel, the guy who played Alpha Wolf. I was like, that's not the first time I've heard that. And I obviously explained to him that this is something that Reese and David have been saying to me for ages.
Exactly.
And he was like, yeah, you could easily go as a wolf next year. So I don't know, I might just do that.
And I said to him, just get the cosplay on, and then you're sorted. You can be Alpha Wolf next year. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. And he asked us where we're from, and I said Stratford. He's like, oh, cool, you're from Stratford. And obviously everyone knows where Stratford is. If you've been to the UK and you're familiar with it. So it's like, to be honest, I forgot exactly what else he spoke to us about, because, like, I don't think it was just that, but those were the highlights I remember, mostly. Because in the moment, you're kind of just so zoned out. It's like, whoa. But yeah, I mean, the picture he took was quite funny, because, like, he was just saying stuff while taking the picture. It was making us all laugh. The volunteer had to tell Morgan to actually smile at one point, because he would just look like he weren't smiling.
I don't like smiling, so it's like...
Yeah. I hate my picture done too, but with the cast, fuck it. Just get it done.
Yeah, when she was like, smile, I was like, fuck it. Just put on a smile. Even though it doesn't look like I'm smiling. I mean, when does it ever look like I'm smiling? I think the only time I genuinely smiled was the Stephen Ogg one, because he literally made me laugh. Like, with the faces pulled, I had to laugh, so... So now on to, like, the subscribers part. This is what made the weekend, like, one of the best for us. Like, honestly, because we didn't expect it at all. It was insane. So many people come up to us and was like, you guys discussed the dead. And I'm just sitting there thinking, we don't even have a lot of subscribers. How are people noticing us? Like, we have 3,000, almost 4,000. It's not even almost 4,000, is it? It's literally 3,000.
This is what I
was
think,
like, what the fuck?
When that happens, it kind of feels like, oh wait, like, when they say, you trust dead, I'm just thinking, oh damn it, are they taking a piss? Not out of me thinking, oh, it's a rude, just out of me thinking, I can't believe, like, it's weird. I
get what you mean, yeah.
Like, you can't believe it, really. It's just one of those things. People actually watch you and they really like
It's like, how are you coming up to us? We're nobodies.
That's
like, honestly, that's what he means by taking a piss. Like, we're nobodies. How are you coming up to us and asking if we discuss the dead? We're literally just normal people.
So when you have someone saying you're amazing,
exactly, stuff like that is, oh my god, that's what made this one of the best weekends.
Yeah.
Like, the best weekend, better than the last year's. It was a mix of, the Carry painting stuff, noticing us and like meeting the customers itself, but also a lot of it was the subscribers. That was
and friends, yeah.
Yeah, amazing, and friends, which we'll go into. So I'll put all the pictures here. We met so many people. I made sure I asked for their names after I met the first woman because I was like, I need to keep track. You know, I actually want to give these people a shout out and thank them back more personally. You know what I mean? Give them actually a personal shout out. First picture here is with Angie and her family.
Yep.
Lovely people. They were I think they were the second people that come up to us. One was on the balcony.
I can't remember what order, to be honest with you. But
I do remember these are the second people because we was on the balcony waiting for Reese after that fucking long wait. So thank you, Angie. People like you made our weekend.
Thank you.
The other subscriber we met was, I think his name is Tigis. If you're watching this, you will know if that's how I pronounce your name right. If it is, I hope it is. If it's not, just tell me in the comments. But this guy's really cool. He has a YouTube channel, which I'll put in the description. His channel's called Undead Sick 83. Like I said, it'll be in the description. He does reviews and stuff just like us.
Yeah.
So go and check him out.
Pretty cool. We're talking to him about like the Carl dying stuff and just a lot of theories about Fear the Walking Dead, Morgan Jones and stuff. I love that. I love talking to anyone about The Walking Dead. I could do it for hours.
Exactly.
So it was
we had
really
like
nice.
a 10-minute conversation. It was really nice meeting you, mate.
Yeah.
We also met Diana and Craig, legends, bumped into them a few times throughout the convention actually, and had conversation with them. You see a picture here. Absolute legends. Cheers for coming up to us. We really appreciate it. And we met Sabrina as well, who has an amazing female Negan cosplay. Yep. I think this was right after the Ross Marquand stuff, so I was already like, just out of it after what you said.
It's funny, after that, it's like we had two pictures taken after that. But that was one of them. And yeah, it looks, I love this picture. It looks great. I really do like it.
Thank you, Sabrina, for coming up to us. It honestly made our weekend.
It was a great way to end the weekend, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. We did have more pictures. But like I said, I did say to the people, post them, DM me on Twitter, DM them to me on Twitter, and most of them did, but there's a few that didn't. So we did meet more. And we did try and drag this video out just so they could send it to us. And they probably will see this video, but we didn't want to wait too long to do this video. If you do have the picture, still send it to me because we still want them. Still definitely want them.
We'll put them up on social media.
Yeah, we'll thank you personally, either in DMs where you give them to us or in the comment section if you comment. Either way. I want to shout out to George Simpson. I know he comments on our videos. He commented on our video the other day. We bumped into him in line as well. He was like, "Are you guys DiscussTheDead?" And he told us his name, and I recognised it because I do read every single comment. Yeah, we recognised his name. And big shout out to you, mate. Honestly, love every single one of you that come up to us. It literally made our weekend much better. I think if you was to take the subscriber part and people come up to us out of the weekend, I don't think it would have been anywhere near as good, honestly. Yeah. Because that stuff was just like, wow.
So that's the cool thing about it. I mean, I think that's what StalkerCon, why everyone loves it. You meet so many new friends there after that. I mean, just by having a YouTube channel alone from last year, I have like friends that I talk to now. Like regular, like it's that good. That's what Stalker's all about, really. Despite how awkward I am in person, I'm pretty awkward. It's weird because I don't have to take it still when people say, "I watch your channel" and stuff. And you know, I really am thankful though. Like we really are thankful. It's something that I don't think I'll ever get used to. I know other people that do YouTube and like people come up to them. Like it's taking that in. It's just like you don't realise how much we appreciate it. It's just amazing. So we also met with some really good friends. I met up with Emma and Gareth. I've known them for a while now. Gareth came up to us last year and said, "I noticed you from YouTube."
Yeah, if you watch that video, you'll see that picture back. Yeah,
and now we're mates. So that's kind of how it works. You know what I mean? That's what I absolutely love about this.
We finally got a picture and was actually able to chat.
Yeah,
it was just much better this year.
Obviously, Emma in her amazing Zombie Shiva cosplay, something I've never seen before, and the makeup was really good. She absolutely smashed it with that.
We met up with, like I said before, Kate. And her friend James, and we bumped into another subscriber who was with us throughout a lot of the weekend, Tabitha. That was it was amazing because that was like our group for the weekend, and it was constantly just like jokes. Like I was laughing so much.
It was well funny. I mean, they got to go to the Zombie Bash, and I heard that was really funny because Ross McQuarrie was there and
Michael Trainer
was there, and they were absolutely hilarious. We couldn't go because of the trains. And not only that, our nephew's 17, not 18. I don't think they would have cared anyway. I don't know if you could have got in or not. But
it wasn't worth the risk, I suppose.
Yeah, it wasn't worth the risk. I kind of wish we got a hotel because we could stay up there. But yeah, that was just so fun meeting up with them. We was hanging around for a good load of the weekend.
Yeah, got a picture of when Kate went to go and get a tattoo. She told us where she was, and I took a picture of her getting her tattoo. I was hoping she'd look at the camera so I could catch her off guard, but she didn't, so I just took it. And while she was getting her tattoo done, because obviously she can't move, she's getting her tattoo done, I was just taking the piss out of her in the WhatsApp
As
chat.
you do.
As I always do. and she was just like giving me evil looks throughout the whole way. Such a fun weekend. Honestly, I love meeting up with all my friends and stuff. It was
and meeting new friends. It's meeting new friends too.
Yeah,
like that's honestly every single year I come away from WSC with new friends.
Yep,
that's probably the best thing about WSC. And if it wasn't for Walking Dead and WSC, it's like in a way I don't think I would have the friends I have now.
I wouldn't have any friends. I honestly wouldn't have any friends.
I've met all my friends that I talk to on a daily basis from there.
Yep.
I also met Natalie, who noticed my cosplay last year, but we didn't actually get to have a picture or anything. A load of people noticed my cosplay, and that's how I started speaking to them. But yeah, I met her while waiting for Reese to get in to the convention, and it was really nice. Really actually nice to meet her. I really like this picture. Really, really nice woman. There's a few people sadly we didn't get to take pictures with that we met up with, like Libby, our good friend Libby, who absolutely loves Ryan Hurst, if you didn't know. Once again, another person that I wish I met was Ryan Hurst. There's always next year, but, you know, every year I always do this. Like, last year, me and Morgan didn't take pictures of people that we had talked to online and stuff. And it's a shame, because you don't really get to meet up other than WSC. So, there's always next year, you know? Next
year will be the best year if we get a hotel down there, because I'm most annoying part of this weekend, because we live 30 minutes away, was thinking this year, what's the point of getting a hotel? And still, what is the point of getting a hotel? But it's the fact that it's like a 10-minute walk. Not having the worry of bringing stuff home, looking at train delays and all that bullshit. It will make it so much better. And we'll actually be able to hang around the area at, like, around Friday night and stuff. It will just be a better experience, I think. We'll be able to enjoy it more.
I know people who weren't going to go, who are like, the prices are going to go up, I'm not going to, now saying, I'm going to go. It's worth it, no matter how much it is.
It's confirmed that the prices aren't going up. They're either going to stay the same or they're going to go down. James confirmed. So that is going to be so good. I'm so thankful for that.
But on the Sunday, it just happened to rain on the way home. It was horrible.
Oh, that was...
Yeah, it was horrible. We parted ways with Kate at a Tesco, sadly.
Yeah, at Tesco, yeah.
That was shut. So,
yeah.
Man, it's weird. You meet with friends that you can't really meet on a daily basis or on the week or whatever, and then, I don't know, you just go away really missing them. It's horrible. You got online to speak to them and stuff, but...
You go from the best place you could possibly be to reality, which no one likes.
Yeah, to working.
It's rare someone likes their everyday life, do you know what I mean? It's so boring in comparison. You literally go back to that, like, instantly. There's no transformation. It's WSC right back to normal life. And, I was so just annoyed that night. Like, we was drenched because we had to drop our nephew and his girlfriend off at the station and stuff. And it was just, it's horrible. The post-con blues really kicked in.
It's still kind of there, to be honest.
Really
it's still kind of there. I miss all my mates.
But it was a really good weekend, and the fact that we had, we was limited on money and we had no photo ops, and the fact that it was still the best weekend, better than 2016 and 2017, I mean, that says it all really, doesn't it? It's what you make of it. It's what you make of it. I believe you could go there with no money, no photo ops, just literally there for the experience, and I still feel like you could have a good time depending on what you do. That's just what Stalker is. You're surrounded by Walking Dead fans. You're surrounded by a family.
It's just meeting friends. Like you're actually meeting. It's meeting new friends. Like that. That to me is everything really at a Walking Dead convention. It's so fun.
So that's about it for this video. It's probably long as fuck, but we wanted to literally explain it. I mean, that's what we do in all these videos. Explain it in detail. Even mention stuff that people probably don't give a shit about, but it's what it is.
I mean, we can ramble, but you know what? I'm pretty sure everyone who does a Stalker video can ramble. You're still talking about it gives you a buzz.
Exactly.
So we'll just leave it here, otherwise the video will be 5 hours long.
So we hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you so much to Skybound. I fucking love Skybound. They're the reason why this weekend was basically as good as it was, because the reason people noticed us, I think, is because of Skybound, or mainly because of Skybound and the compilations and stuff. So absolutely love Skybound. Love all the subscribers that come up to us. Honestly, so surreal. So that's about it for this video.
Yep.
We hope you enjoyed it. Leave it a like, share it around, and as always, cheers for watching.